Yo, what is up, guys? I hope you're doing well. It is Saturday morning over here. I'm getting geared up to take my kid to like this water park. We're gonna go spend all day in the sun. But I noticed I was hitting a milestone here, so I wanted to hit a little update and let you know I'm about to roll over 200,000 plants. So I started with a pretty small bag. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the ability of the garden. Garden's going to do a lot better when the drip price is doing better. So if you're confident that the drip price is going to go up here at some point soon, then the garden is a real sleeper play. You can use the garden for a couple different things. Mainly with the LP, the drip.BUSD LP, you can either grow your garden and split those apart, put the drip in the faucet, and then use the BUSD for whatever else you want. You can use it for pigs. You can use it to buy more drip. Really, of course, as you know, BUSD can pretty much be used for anything. So depending on where you're at in the ecosystem, maybe you need dogs because you're trying to get referrals, or whatever play you're trying to make, that BUSD could be really useful. On the other hand, it seems like we've got really limited ways to earn pigs now on the farms. But one of the main ways to earn pigs, if not the only one, is for you to deposit that drip.BUSD LP into the farm. And I'm wondering, people want pigs. Obviously, that's the main game plan. I'm wondering if 4X did that because he wants to boost up the liquidity for the drip side, which would make total sense. So for me right now, the number of LPs that I'm creating per day before I do that hydrate up to 200,000 is 6.4. So I should be right around 6.5 LPs per day. I could take those out of the garden, put those over into the farms and be earning pigs. Ultimately, I want to build up the biggest pig pen position that I can. Again, shout out to DevStreak for making this tool. This tool is awesome. Really helps me understand what's going on with my garden. And then of course you've got the drip, piggy bank, pig pen. It's got details on every different section of the ecosystem. Extremely helpful. And of course, I'm extremely excited that he joined the official team and is helping develop the new UI. So from what I'm hearing, we're going to get more of these analytics on the actual site, which of course will be really beneficial to the investors. So if you haven't gotten in the garden, you've got a little bit of capital. A lot of people are like, hey, if I've got $500 right now, what would I do with it? If you've already got a strong position built up on the drip side, like your faucet position is really strong, then you got a couple choices. Do you DCA into pigs? Do you get into the garden? For me, the garden is the play. And the reason is because I can multiply that for now. If I put pigs in right now, if I used all the money that I used in the garden, that I've DCA'd in the garden for pigs are just sitting and they're not really accumulating a ton of money yet. It's, we're depositing that asset in there, anticipating future value that comes from all the transactions that'll happen on the animal farm. The animal farm's not open yet. So if you could put that money in here and let it work for 6 weeks, you may end up with a lot more than you originally would have had if you would have just bought pigs. So that's my ideal behind it. I'm basically gonna take these drip BUSD that I'm earning and put them in to earn pigs once the farm opens. So in the meantime, I'm just trying to have my money work for me. That's my thought process behind it. Some people think differently, but if you want to follow my advice, what you'll do, of course not financial advice, what you'll do is you'll just click the link below. I'll put a link in the description. It'll take you to the drip garden page. You'll purchase some LPs and then you'll come over here and stake them. Now I've still been using the old version 1 just because it's really easy to see my plants grown. But version 2 on the new animal farm .app is cool too. It's just harder to see. So eventually, I'm sure once the farm's open, everything will migrate over to that one and we'll shut all this stuff down. But this was just better for visual purposes. So let me cycle this real quick. I'm going to put it up in there. The video's going to clip real quick because, as I've told you guys 1,000 times, I got to jump over and do the ledger and all that. So give me 1 sec. All right, there we go, 203,000 plants. So I'm excited to be building this up. I'm gonna be able to get this a lot higher. Like I said, probably in a previous video, I'm gonna be able to get it to close to 400 probably before the farm's open. So I should be generating 12 to 13 LPs per day, which is great. And I'm just gonna go, I'll probably start then moving on either to a 5-2 or 6-1 schedule. My plan was always 6-1. I want to get more of those LPs in earning pigs, so it'll have to depend on the yield and everything, but at least a 6-1, if not a 5-2. But I'm going to do whatever I can to not damage the growth because I want this farm to just sit there and keep working for me. And so if 6-1 is the play, and it doesn't look like it's really hindering me too much, then what I'll do is I'll 6-in-1, I'll throw that in, and every week I'll deposit those LPs into the farm, and I'll be earning pigs, and I'll throw those pigs in the pig pen. So that's the play. I do have a video that covers how to get into the garden in detail, shows you how to go to drip liberation contract, convert it over to LPs, and then deposit LPs into the actual contract. So I'll try to put a link to that somewhere, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But I think the garden is a major sleeper of a play, and you could get in for like $100 and it could make a pretty big difference. So a small investment now gets you so many plants that I think it could definitely be worthwhile from a risk reward standpoint. But anyway, like and subscribe if you guys like this content. This is just a quick one. Happy Saturday, guys, and happy investing.